Hello, my name is Michael Cain, and I'm going to be going over a tech review for an application on the iPad called the AR Maker. The icon is located here on the lower right, and what I'm going to do is create my own scene. What this is going to do is kind of allow me to get a good look at the virtual space that I want to work with. For this example is my drawing board in my man cave. On here are a lot of different things that I like and things that kind of stand out to me. But the best part of it is that it's a pretty flat surface that I can use and that the iPad can easily recognize as a virtual space to be augmented. So what I'm going to do is pick that rectangular space. And now I've noticed that the iPad is pretty much calibrated towards this particular plane of space. And what I want to do with this test, since I'm an art teacher, is that I want to have the idea of creating my own virtual museum. And what I did previously is that I looked up some different classic, world-renowned artists, some of their work, like Leonardo da Vinci, the Mona Lisa. And if you see here, I picked the image, then I screenshotted, and I posted it here within this particular virtual space. So if you look here, it is augmented, it does recognize it, and it's very clear, good resolution. So that's really, really good. Now for my students, what I would actually have them do is cut and paste it and kind of clean up the images so it won't have these borders here. But for the sake of this review, I just wanted to kind of give you an idea how it works. I'm going to place a couple of other artworks as well to give you an idea of space. I'm going to put this one behind. Notice that there is a slight shadow behind it, which is really good because it's recognizing and it's kind of rendering light as well in shadow. It makes it look more realistic. I'm going to be working with putting on another one and a little bit more space. There we go. So the idea would be is to have my students look up these different famous artworks and be able to kind of give us a virtual tour on their desk. Okay, so this will be the cheapest field trip ever. Okay? Here's some other works of art as well. So what I've noticed is that this is not the only thing that the AR can do. We could take some of these images and place them in geometric objects as well. We can also doodle with them as well. I was kind of testing it out. Let's see if I can pull it up. This is a very simple doodle that my daughter did, but it can be placed as well within our virtual space. And that was with her fingers. So I believe that this app works very, very well for what it's designed for. The pros, and the biggest pro is that it's free. Okay, so with most schools being able to work or going to one-to-one, hopefully, the expense of the computers and iPads and devices is pretty expensive, pretty great. So we don't have a lot of money, or wouldn't have a lot of money for the actual software. But the fact that it's free and can be used is perfect. You can take pictures and put them there as well. This is kind of a random one. You can actually make it, personalize it better and so forth. And we see that even though the drafting board is over, it's done, but the virtually you can kind of fit there, the picture. So pros, it works very, very well. It's very simple and easy to use. It didn't take me long to figure out. The cons would be, as you can see here, I can only augment one particular plane of space, a virtual space. I can't select can't select different panels or different planes of, I guess, to work with. Can't alter various different planes. Only can do one. And so with that, the whole idea of kind of going alongside of a museum and having pictures hanging on the wall like I envisioned won't be possible yet. But it being free, what more can you ask for? I really like the ability to be able to take your own doodles and play with them and work with them and bring them into a virtual space as well. So it's one of those things that it seems to be easy to learn, but harder to master. So here's my review of the AR Maker for the Apple iPad. And I look forward to trying this out with my students and having them show me their mastery of artwork, culture, and their own artistic skill. Thank you very much for watching this review.